After the trial authority decided to
There's a restaurant in the hotel.
I'll be back when I'm ready.
They could use their cars to drive to work in the city. They could use their cars to drive to work in the city. They could use their cars to drive to work in the city.
I was able to develop strong relationships with my professor and made new friends among my peers.
Grain can be measured by volume or by weight. Grain can be measured by volume or by weight.
Tomography is an imaging technique that can be used to waves are sight.
They didn't need to worry. They didn't need to worry.
I'll go tell her we're ready.
They asked me to leave.
Mm.
They understood what they needed to do. They understood what they needed to do. They understood what they needed to do.
Let's take a look and see what we need to focus on. এক এক
This
question.
seems fair. This seems fair. This seems fair.
Finish this as soon as possible.
Does anybody here know them? Does anybody here know them?
First impressions are crucial, especially in social situations.
He always leaves the window open when he sleeps. He always leaves the window open when he sleeps. He always leaves the window open when he sleeps.
to get there, but she was proud of herself. She was studying Spanish as a part of her university course. She chose a small town near Mexico City for her trip, so she could practice her Spanish with the people there. It took her 5 hours to get there, but she was proud of herself for being able to have a conversation. Okay, next one. Select the best sentence to fill in the blank in the passage. Well, Rosita wanted to visit a Spanish-speaking country. Okay, the same one. Well, she is still some chapter to being able to have a conversation with the taxi driver before they dropped her off at her hostel. Well, what happened with Rosetta went down? She lost. The person in the question was physiology, and the professor is I want to put it question.
Hi there, what can I do for you? Sure. What was it? Aerobic exercise is any type of physical activity that increases your heart rate and makes you breathe more deeply. When you do aerobic exercise, your heart muscle gets stronger and more efficient at pumping blood. This helps to reduce your risk of heart disease. Yes, that's right. Aerobic exercise is good for your overall health, but it's especially good for your heart health. Some examples of aerobic exercises include walking, running, biking, swimming, and dancing. Basically, any activity that gets your heart rate up and makes you breathe more deeply can be considered an aerobic exercise.
So it's about aerobic exercise. I'm okay. My professor is taking a lecture. giving a lecture on Arabic human physiology, and I'm in that class and I'm asking him what is Arabic exercise is actually. And then okay, we started with, why doesn't it scroll anyway. Arabic exercise is good for your health, but why Arabic exercise is any type of physical activity that increases your heart rate and makes you breathe more deeply. Heart rate বাড়ায় and makes you breathe more deeply. When you do, your heart muscle gets stronger, more efficient at pumping blood. Okay, that's Arabic exercise. Okay, that's right. It's good for health, but it's essential for health. In some examples, Arabic exercise including running, biking, swimming, walking, dancing, basically any activities that gets your heart rate up, makes you breathe more deeply, can be considered an aerobic exercise. So, okay. Yeah, I'm always focused on the screen. Mm. Hmm. Gosh. Speaking question for each question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare, 90 seconds to respond. Speaking question, Allah.
If you could create any type of business, what would it be and why?
Any type of business. Any type of business would be, well, if I can do a business, I would like to choose farming, because farming is easy way to do. Uh, I will especially choose the goat to farm, and because I just have to I just need a place to keep the goat, and I have to just buy it. Then I have to give them food, and sometimes I need to check them up if they have any diseases, and nothing else. Because also it is very good for the business, cause they gives birth yearly, and it I don't need so much money to spend on them. Moreover, they are very good for our good for our health. I think they can fulfill our protein need. Also, I can use its milk to fulfill my protein needed. Also, it Also, it takes a small place to farm. Well, in that image, I can see a man standing with his phone, and I can see where maybe it's a earphone in her ear. Maybe it's a man, so maybe he is listening to music, and it seems like he is on the street, because surrounding him there are three or four buildings I can see. Also, I see a lamppost, and it is a black and white photo. The photo is taken from the downside, so I can see his whole body, but it is totally dark because the light is coming from the background, and that's why the subject, become became dark. So it's totally a dark man. I think it's not a shadow, but it looks like a black shape. So also I can understand that he wears he is wearing a coat, maybe, and on his right hand he is holding the phone. Why are you laughing? কথা বলো না। Well, one of my favorite subject is English, mm, and I like it because we know that English is an international language, and if we know English, then we can have a conversation with anyone in the world because it's an international language. So I'm not studying it, but I'm just learning it. Every year we had an English course, and we had to study it and learn it with other. We have some other subject, so it is also a mandatory subject for us to read. It is important for me because in future I want to study in abroad. So as an international student, I have to know the English. It is compulsory to know because if I go to abroad or other country, I must need to communicate with other persons. In that case, I absolutely need to know English. So language is a very important thing, and that's why I love English and I am learning English. In this section, we'll have a writing question on the certificate test. These two questions. So, some works of art have a clear message, but other works of art mean different things to different people. Which of these kinds of art do you prefer and why? Use examples from personal experience to support your opinion. Hmm, movies are big. Well, I like I have I like a celebrity. His name is Leonardo DiCaprio, who actually make movies. He actually acted as a hero in the movies. I like him because he did a lot of biography, and his movies are really meaningful. And he also act like awesome. He had his act is like, yeah, real one, and it doesn't feel like he's acting, and his expressions are really great. And so when I watch a movie of him, it gives me feelings like I am in that situation, or I can feel the situation. Also, his I like his personality, because I have seen him in United Nations, speaking about the global warming, and also he is concerned about the environment, because these days we are going through a very bad situation. Global warming is very much increasing day by day, and he talked about it after doing a movie, and maybe the movie name is relevant. I think so. I forgot it. Sorry about that. But he is really concerned about it, and so a character and a real life character is different, but in his movie and in his real life character, he's the same. I think mm, sometimes he needed to act for some different kind of movie with different kind of character. It doesn't mean that he's bad, but I really appreciate him.
You're preparing to apply for your dream job at a public policy organization, and you need a winning resume to stand out from the competition. You ask your friend, who has experience with job applications and resume building, to provide feedback and ensure your resume is polished before submission. You're preparing to apply for your dream job at a public policy organization, and you need a winning resume to stand out from the competition. You ask your friend, who has experience with job applications and resume building, to provide feedback and ensure your resume is polished before submission. You're preparing to apply for your dream job at a public policy organization, and you need a winning resume to stand out from the competition. You ask your friend, who has experience with job applications and resume building, to provide feedback and ensure your resume is polished before submission.
Public policy.
You're preparing to apply for your dream job at a public policy organization, and you need a winning resume to stand out from the competition. You ask your friend, who has experience with job applications and resume building, to provide feedback and ensure your resume is polished before submission. You're preparing to apply for your dream job at a public policy organization, and you need a winning resume to stand out from the competition. You ask your friend, who has experience with job applications and resume building, to provide feedback and ensure your resume is polished before submission. You're preparing to apply for your dream job at a public policy organization, and you need a winning resume to stand out from the competition. You ask your friend, who has experience with job applications and resume building, to provide feedback and ensure your resume is polished before submission.
Of Corona. Thanks for having us.
Of course! I'd be happy to help you out. Let's take a look and make sure it's the best it can be before you apply. That's a great idea, but it might be better if you tailor the resume to match the job description more closely. Do you have it with you? All right, let's see. I'd suggest emphasizing this project you did on public policy analysis. It's a great example of the kind of work they're looking for. And remember when I attended that resume workshop? They mentioned placing more focus on achievements rather than just responsibilities.
আমার স্কোর 110 থেকে 120। হুম, মানে টান টান উত্তেজনা একটার জন্য মনে করে যে উল্টা পাল্টা কিছু হলে 120 এর উপরে যাবে না, 130। আর আইএলটিএস স্কোর যদি করতে চাই তাহলে 6 থেকে 6.5 আসবে। হুম, হুম। আইএলটিএস এ আইএলটিএস 6 থেকে 6.5 হলেই হয়ে যায়। TOEFL এ 92 পর্যন্ত উঠতে পারে, মানে আপার ইন্টারমিডিয়েট। একটা টেস্ট দিতে গেলে লাগবে $65, মাত্র একটাই টেস্ট দিতে দিবে, হ্যাঁ। আর 2টা টেস্ট দিলে $55 করে নেবে, যেটা $110, 11,000 12,000 টাকা লাগবে। 2টা টেস্ট দেওয়ার সুযোগ দিবে। না, বারে বারে দিতে পারবো। হুম।